This is EIT Food Innovation Prizes Competition 2020. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Łukasz Cioch, and I'll be your host. For those of you who haven't had an opportunity to watch any of our country finals yet, EIT Food Innovation Prizes Competition is one of the largest agri-food startup competitions in Southern and Eastern Europe. We award prizes to entrepreneurs and early-stage startups developing innovative products and services with the potential to transform our food system. This month, we are running online finals in 17 countries in Southern and Eastern Europe, and we are awarding prizes to the most innovative ones and ambitious agri-food startups. I hope you enjoy watching this year's 12th country final, and today we are in Italy. I'm sure everyone's had enough of the three words repeated over and over again worldwide: coronavirus, COVID-19, and the pandemic. Even though these words have been repeated so many times, we seem to know still very, very little about the virus itself and the way it spreads and impacts societies. In the context of this competition, we know, however, that it has seriously impacted the food systems worldwide, pushing millions of people to rely on food banks, disrupting countless services at both national and international level, not to mention the many industries, businesses, and institutions all over the world. But it's not all about a negative story. There have been some positive developments as well. The pandemic has forced us to pause and think and perhaps change our ways a little. We have witnessed good things such as people returning to cooking more, planting their own fruits and vegetables, shopping more locally and supporting local producers and farmers. To say it has become a very important wake-up call for humanity in the face of threats such as climate change would be an understatement. Can we transform our food systems towards much healthier, much safer, and much more sustainable long-term solutions? That's one of the many critical questions that call for increasingly urgent answers. This is why the world needs bright, fast-paced startups to make a difference. The startups you will see pitching today dedicate themselves day in, day out to bringing that transformation about. 2020 has not exactly been an easy year for anyone, including startups and businesses in general. EIT Food decided to move its Innovation Prizes competition online and to the summer season to make sure that startups can rely on critical funding as and when they need it most. Today, in the Italian final, we will meet 8 ambitious early-stage agri-food startups. And to kick off today's country final, we'd like to welcome to our virtual stage the representative of the EIT Food Hub in Italy, Barbara De Ruggieri, Università degli Studi di Bari, Aldo Moro. Hello, Barbara.
Hello, hi, Lucas. Nice to meet you.
Oh, that's a big smile. Nice to meet you too, Barbara.
We always smile. It's a big day, so we have to smile.
It is. I don't know about your part of Italy, but I would expect it's obviously sunny. But now in the south of Poland, it's raining cats and dogs.
No, it's sunny, and I'm in the south, so it's even quite hot. But it's a good day, and I'm glad that we have startups representatives from quite all over the RIS area and Italy. And Università degli Studi di Bari is the Italian hub since 2019. And so in these 3 years, together with our contamination lab, BALAB, and Technopolis, that is our incubator center, we had a lot of initiative for startups and for improving training and entrepreneurship in an innovative way. So this is a big moment for us because we know that we have a very good level of startups, and we already have some workshop with them last week, and they are very clever and are good ideas. So we will have a good day.
We sure will. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for all the cooperation and support you have given us so far in preparation of this great event.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Barbara De Ruggieri, Università degli Studi di Bari. And now we are joined by Joseph Ridley of EIT Food, who will tell you more about the opportunities offered by EIT Food and its programs. Hello, Joseph.
Good morning, Lukasz.
Good morning to you, sir. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Very well indeed.
Is it raining in your place, just like in Poland now?
No, we've got the same kind of weather as Barbara. 40 degrees, clear blue skies, no complaints.
Oh, how boring does it get? Come on, Joseph, the floor is yours. Just talk about the EIT food.
Brilliant, thank you. Well, good morning, everybody. It's a real pleasure to be here with you, even if it's virtually. My name is Joseph Gridley. I work for EIT Food, and my responsibility there is to help startups that we feel have the power to transform the food system, to make it better for people's health and better for the environment. We are a non-profit organization that is spread all over Europe, and we're really working with many of Europe's biggest universities, businesses, research centers, but everyone who's involved have this mission at their heart, that they want to see a food system that isn't contributing to some of these huge problems that we see. You know, as Lukasz alluded to in his introduction, our food system is broken. You only have to pick up a newspaper and you will see that stats like we waste a third of all the food that we produce. The FAO, the Food and Agriculture Organization, thinks that perhaps we've only got 60 harvests left. 50% of Europe is overweight or obese. You know, these stats, we almost become numb to them because we hear them so much, but it's because they are, this is the reality that we live in, inside a broken food system. And I am a huge believer that startups are the key to tackling that. You know, who would have thought that 5 years ago, Burger King or McDonald's would be selling vegan-based meats in place of their traditional beef burgers? And you know why they made that change? It's because a startup, Impossible, came along and they took a small piece of market share and proved that you could make money and make the food system better for people's health and better for the environment. We do 4 main things at EIT Food. We work with universities to improve their educational offering. We work big businesses for them to change what they're doing. We do a lot talking with consumers, people out in the streets, so that they know what is a healthy diet and what is a sustainable diet. You know, one of the things I love about working in food is it's inherently so democratic. We all do it 3 times a day, hopefully. And each time we eat, each time we go to the shops, we're making a vote for the food system that we want. And so if we know what's healthy and what's sustainable, we can help bring that change about. And as I mentioned, entrepreneurship. We do lots with startups, and that's what I'm going to focus on today. Startups love to work with us because we can really be with them for the long term. So we say, you know, if you've got an idea right up to raising a Series B investment round, we've got something to help you. In the launch section of what we've got a program called Seedbed. This gives startups the money, the skills, and the contacts to go out and validate their business model with 100 potential customers. You know, just under 50% of startups fail because there's no product market fit. And Seedbed is all about that. It's about helping entrepreneurs find product market fit. Some other things we've got for young startups, the innovation prizes that you're in today, legal and accounting support. We know that lawyers can be expensive, accountants can be expensive, and so we provide grants to help you cover those things. In the middle, we've got a program called the Food Accelerator Network. This is a 4-month intensive program. People have described it like a mini MBA, and you get high quality training, access to research and development facilities, some of the best networking and mentoring opportunities that are in the food space, and the chance to win up to €100,000 in investment. And then finally, our most advanced program for startups that have really been going 5 years or so. The Rising Food Stars is a consortium of Europe's best agri-food startups. And once you're part of this group, you can apply to do projects with our business partners at EIT Food. So you as Startup X could be working with the Chief Innovation Officer of Danone, of John Deere, of PepsiCo, all of these big companies, and helping them to change, to become healthier, more sustainable. This is just a very quick flavor of the kind of things we offer startups. And the easiest thing is always to get in touch. So please just send me an email, give me a ring, because we'd love to hear what you're doing in your venture and how we can support you. So thank you very much. Back to you, Lukasz.
Thank you, Joseph. That was really inspiring, even though the stats hardly make us optimistic, do they? 1/3 of the food we access, we produce is literally wasted. 60% of us are either obese or overweight. These are hardly optimistic statistics, aren't they? Gentlemen, we have 8 startups today competing for the country final prizes. The first prize is €5,000, second prize is €3,000, third prize is €1,000. These prizes will go to the teams who, in our jury's opinion, have the most innovative and impactful solutions for our food systems. Moreover, the winner of the first prize will be invited to the grand final in autumn, where the finalists from all 17 countries will compete for prizes up to €25,000. Apart from that, all first prize winners will have access to top quality training before the grand final. Last but not least, we'll also be awarding the audience prize during today's final. I guess I don't have to repeat that too often, but the audience plays the key role in this competition. I have just taken a quick look at our YouTube channel, and I see more and more of you are joining this competition and starting a small chat. During the jury deliberations and our keynote speeches, each audience member will have one vote to cast to say which startup they think has the biggest potential to transform the food system, making it better for people's health and also natural environment. The startup that wins your hearts and minds will get €2,000. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our today's jury. We have Anna Maria, Pascale, and Andrea joining us today. Hello, good morning there.
Good morning.
Can you all hear me well?
Yeah. Yes.
Wonderful.
Very
Thank you for finding the time to join us. And because you'll be asking lots and lots of tough questions to our competitors today, it is only fair, I presume, that I should ask you at least one tough question to begin the day with. Would you agree?
Yes, sure.
Sure.
All right. I'm quite sure you sometimes get asked blunt questions. This will be one of those blunt questions. And it goes like this. What makes you qualified? What gives you all the knowledge and experience to give us a fair judgment at the end of the day once you have watched all 8 competing startups? Anna Maria, can we start with you?
Yes, thank you. I think that these kind of occasions are very interesting, and not only for participants, because sure, for them it's evident that they can check in some way their idea, they can have a prize, so it's interesting. But what I want to underline is that this is interesting for the system in general, including research, university, and a center like us. We are an incubator connected to the university, because we can detect a new situation, new opportunities, and also to have a sort of feedback on the research activities, on our activities, for understanding better where to go. So I am very proud to be in this process, in this program, because I think it is very, very interesting for individuals and for the system in general.
Anna Maria, can you tell us a little bit about your background in this context?
Yes, we started as an incubator in the ICT technologies. This has been the beginning a lot of time ago. But more recently, we decided to have a better specialization in more interesting sectors for our regional context. And the first, the two, I must say that there are two first sectors that are competing in the region to be the more important for us, and are tourism on one side and food on the other side. And they are also strictly connected, because people come in Puglia not only for tourism but also for food and vice versa. So we addressed much more attention in this direction, including always technologies and opportunities arriving from the use of the information and communication technologies. And now it is very, very evident that also more recent I can say new things that we all are speaking about, like blockchain, for example, become words very, very important in this sector. So it is necessary to investigate and to help young people in using this kind of opportunity for developing new business. We need a lot of this. We have, as many other regions in Italy, a lot of problem of unemployment, and the new entrepreneurship is a very important tool, almost for small number, but it is very important for create jobs and possibilities for young people.
Anna Maria, I couldn't agree more with you, and I'm sure everyone watching agrees with you on that. Big old businesses are not exactly known for agility and changing fast and adapting to circumstances. Thank you, Anna Maria. It's great to have you with us. Pascale?
Yeah, I think this is an amazing appointment, because I'm a microbiologist, but I'm a researcher, so it's amazing for me to exchange idea with younger people, younger than me, and so I can also take inspiration by the idea of the other of younger enterprises, and so, but also I hope to be useful for them to improve their business.
Thank you very much. Andrea?
Yes, I'm very pleased to participate as a jury member in this competition, because I think it could be a tool to improve some research states and some research tools, as build a consumer food system or build consumer value food, that are all statements in which we trust. I trust very, very much. And so IT food can be an important tool to develop a new food system based on bioeconomy, based on sustainability. And so I hope to hear from the startups the innovation, at what point is the innovation? We have arrived in these states.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Andrea. One quick request to our jury. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the main ideas clearly about pitching in front of a scary jury is that we only have 5 minutes for the Q&A section. And my request to you is that please try and formulate your questions in under 30 seconds, because sometimes we feel really passionately about a given topic and we give a comment, an intro, few words of welcome. So just please go straight to the question and keep it short if possible, so that we can ask as many questions as possible. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's great to have you with us. Good luck and enjoy the competition. Time for a first competitor. Ladies and gentlemen, Nieves Clavero, Innovations for Life.
Innovations for Life is a startup that develops innovative solutions to produce bioactive compounds that are useful for the formulation of new functional foods, novel foods, and healthy products that arise from the reuse of citrus byproducts. which they cannot be used and they are considered as organic waste. Our team is made of Gabriele Crisafulli, founder and CEO of Innovations for Life, Giuseppe Cionti, scientific advisor, and Nieves Clavero, food technologist. Citrus byproducts are made up by peels, pulps, and seeds, which are plenty of water, about 85%, and dietary fiber, about 7-12%. A large amount of these byproducts is obtained during the citrus fruit processing process. It must be disposed in landfill with high cost for the producers. The lack of its reuse leads to a loss of substances with high added value, which could be recovered, such as bioflavonoids, essential oils, and fibers. Every year, only Sicily produces 700,000 tons of citrus byproducts. Innovations for Life is developing a small laboratory process able to dehydrate in an effective way the citrus byproducts after a series of washes, obtaining bioflavonoids and dietary fibers that otherwise would be wasted. This technology allows the citrus byproducts to be used to obtain products with high added value such as bioflavonoids, soluble fibers, and insoluble fibers, for which the use of solvents is unnecessary. From this new process, the only waste product we get is wash water, which in part can be reintroduced in the product cycle and in part can be disposed in the sewing system, eliminating the problem of waste completely. The market of soluble fibers is estimated to grow between 2020 and 2025, with the market dominated by North America, while Asia Pacific has the highest growth rate. An increase in the insoluble fiber market is also estimated from 2017 to 2020, with cellulose being the most valued product. The process begins with grinding of the material to be treated. Subsequently, it is subjected to centrifugation, washing, and drying, carried out by a single machine, specifically designed. A liquid fraction and an insoluble fraction will be obtained. In the liquid fraction, bioflavonoids are separated from soluble fibers, which undergo a dehydration process. On the other hand, the insoluble fraction is also subjected to a dehydration to bring the residual humidity below 10%, obtaining insoluble fibers. Both insoluble and insoluble fibers are used as ingredients in food development. Soluble fiber serves as an additive to beverages, adding that amount of dietary fibers that fruit juices don't have. Regarding insoluble fibers, it can be used as an ingredient in plant-based meat as replacement for fats in this type of products. In terms of competitors, the competitors produce further waste, and the use of solvents for extraction is necessary, for example, for the production of pectins. So there is no technology able to extract such high quality bioflavonoids with high yields. In terms of the event of Innovations for Life winning this award, 3 projects will be carried out with the aim of developing in depth the technology described previously. First, we would evaluate the hydration technologies to be able to compare their effectiveness and the quality of the fibers obtained. Flash dryers and pulse combustion drying will be studied. The second project will be about evaluating methods of obtaining polyphenols. Ultrasound and digestions of skins with calcium hydroxide will be used. And then third project is about the development of a mechanical extractor that will allow centrifugation, washing and drying in a single stage. Regarding the financial data and the business model, in 2020 we have gained 300,000 euros from the engineering services provided to the citrus industries for new applications of orange essential oils. Revenue forecast for the first 3 years should be around 600,000 for the start of the brick juice packaging plan and large-scale launch of functional beverage, which we are negotiating with a beverage company. The revenue for 2022 will be around 1,300,000, deriving from the licensing option of our technology, while for 2023 the revenue should be around 3 million euro from the start of our pilot plant for the presentation of our products on the market. Regarding the most important milestones, we forecast to present the request for the patent submission at the International PCT Treaty before 2021, the end of the 2021. Thank you very much.
Our first competitor, Innovations for Life, we have Nieves Clavero joining us live now. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine.
Tell me, would you have preferred to be the last one, or is it perfectly comfortable for you in the number one spot, while you still cannot see what the others are presenting?
I prefer to be in the middle. It's a bit difficult to be the first one.
All right, so relax, breathe deep, make yourself really comfortable, and don't expect tough questions because there are not going to be any. And enjoy. 5 minutes.
Thanks so much.
Okay. Hi, nice to meet you. I would like to ask if there is something distinguishing your process by other process set up in the past by maybe your competitor.
Hello. Our process is innovative because we produce 3 final products with high added value in one process. And we are going to develop a mechanical structure to centrifugate, to wash and dry in a single stage. And also we are reducing the waste because the only waste that we have is the condensation and the wash water that we reintroduce in the process. So that's the difference with other processes.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry if I repeat something that you said, but I didn't understand well which are the advantage of the system that you have decided to use in terms of the quality of the final result. That is the character, not only in terms of reduction of wastes, but also in terms of if there are characteristics of the final product. Thank you.
Okay, we are improving the quality of the product that we obtain. That's why we are working with a polyphenol extraction with 2 different methods. Also, we are improving the hydration of the fiber. And we are also trying to use 2 innovative technologies, because we want to obtain a very high quality product and also an efficient process.
Thank you.
Okay. My question is if you have done an economical evaluation of production process.
I don't think so. I think that we have to evaluate with a research and development center how much it costs to develop this technology and to try to improve this process. So we have to work on that in the future.
Okay. Thank you.
2 minutes.
One more question. What are the final products in which do you think fibers can be used?
Okay. On the one hand, insoluble fiber and soluble fiber, we have a collaboration agreement with Navitech, and we are going to use it in order to reduce the fatty compounds in plant-based meat, so to make them healthier. And on the other hand, we have the polyphenols that we have a collaboration agreement with a pharmaceutical company in order to produce phytopharms.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I guess that would be all the questions for you, Nieves. I hope you enjoyed the experience of talking to our jury.
Yes.
Good luck in today's competition and good luck with your initiative. Thank you, Nieves. Ladies and gentlemen, let us proceed to our second competitor of the day, Maria Luisa Esposito, Authenticon.
Hi, have you ever wondered where the ingredients of the food you consume come from? Who is the farmer who grew your veggies and how much time he devoted to his job? I do, every day. My name is Luisa Esposito and I'm the founder of Authenticon. Today, I will be showing you how in Casa Pleiadi we unlock the connections between food, people and the territory. Take a community of people who love food and make conscious and responsible food choices, a group of farmers who love their territory and produce quality food. Give them a space to meet, support each other and create new sustainable practices. Give them also ICT tools such as user-friendly traceability app. Let them share their stories with artists, storytellers and creative people. This is Casa Pleiadi. The problem I want to face is a problem of confidence. According to a recent Eurobarometer survey, European consumers do not trust the food industry. They maybe trust more farmers, likely enough, and scientists. Only 40% of European consumers trust the food industry and retailers. So what can the food industry do to unlock its authenticity? According to a survey by the Italian Ministry of Agriculture, 90% of Italians want to find information about the origins of the food they buy. So, the food industry has to provide narrative labels. My solution is a traceability platform with cloud technology which supports food management and ensures full food traceability. With our food identity storytelling app, we also provide both farmers and consumers a way to track food back to its origins and to share food stories. Our traceability platform collects all this data in one dynamic database and this allows to build knowledge about food systems and supply chains as well as consumers' behavior and preferences. But data is not enough. We strongly believe that food is the most emotional part of everyone's life, and we want to unlock the cultural and social identity that is present in food preparation and marketing. Let's focus a little bit more on our business model, which is based on diversification of activities. On the one hand, we have a veg lab, where we transform agricultural raw materials that we buy from local producers. And we have a small rural restaurant with around 36, where we provide what we call a narrative menu. And we also organize some cultural events around this narrative menu. The third element of our business model is a smart labeling service. Thanks to these two elements, we industrialize the traceability system. But we have another element in the equation. We do a smart labeling service, which is based on digital storytelling. Together with the Veg Lab, these two elements have B2B applications that will allow the scalability of our system. In fact, we want to reach out international markets and especially European neighboring countries such as the Western Balkans. Our business model is in fact our best competitive advantage. Of course, we have some competitors. To name a few, there is Food Chain Company in Italy, but they focus more on the engineering part of the food chain and they don't have a storytelling service, neither a production line. And there is the Fair Food and a Dutch NGO. This is our team. I am the CEO. We have the tech guy, Luke, how proud he looks about his grapeyard, and some of our experts that will allow our traceability system to do the best in Europe. We really want to win this prize. With the money, we will be prototyping the first narrative menu and the first lot of smart labels in collaboration with artists, performers and storytellers from all over Europe. Thank you for your attention and see you at Casa Pleiadi.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our second competitor, Authenticon. We have Maria Luisa joining us live now. Hello, Maria.
Hi everybody.
Hi, can you please introduce the gentleman right behind you?
Yeah, this is my tech guy and the cook, Agapito Di Pilla.
And I'm his husband too.
Hi, wonderful. So that's quite a team to answer our questions. Let me start with mine. You made quite a statement there. In your presentation, you said, food is the most emotional part of our lives. Quite a statement, even in Italy.
Yeah, it represents a lot Italian eaters because we enjoy it as a social and cultural act. Every day in our lives, we share the food with our family and friends, and also we have a cultural heritage about food, about the food our grannies cooked for us, and so our mission is also, and our vision is to restore the sustainable production and consumption of food, or healthy food, organic, and good for the world at large, not just for us.
Yeah, it's absolutely one of the many great things Italy is known for all over the world. Enjoy your 5 minutes with the jury.
Thank you.
I think that your project is very ambitious because you try to put together one side of the problem, which is very technical, practical products, how to cook it, how to cook them, and so on. But on the other side, there is a sort of change in the way in which people choose food and act about their food. So please give us some more detail about this, because this means that you don't apply only for ameliorating cultivation techniques or technologies, but also you try to change the way in which people act and perform in some way their alimentation process. I think that this is an interesting aspect to be investigated.
Yes, thank you for your question. What we want to do is to create a community of farmers, of local farmers that supply us with local grown food, preferably organic, and use them in our production line to produce these preserves and use them to prepare some recipes to offer to our guests in the restaurant. And each of these two elements, these two products, will have these QR codes on the label of the preserves and on the menu or the plate. And people who will come visit us with their smartphone, they will navigate the content of the QR code, which is not just the data that we take from our machines that are logged in a cloud system, and they're high-tech machines, high-tech production line, and a high-tech oven, but they will also be stimulated with cultural content about the food we prepare, because we will do some project with artists that will come here, do artist residencies, and try to unlock the connection between among the food we will prepare and offer to our clients and the origin of that food and the production, the way, the passion, the life of the people who have prepared that food, have grown that vegetables. So the client, the consumers, will really grasp what it takes to do sustainable food choices. They will connect emotionally to a person, the farmer, to our project, to our values, because we are very much convinced that our values are spread in the population, but they are supplied with the wrong food, with the wrong ideas, with the massification of food. We want to go back to what is true, what is authentic of our land, of our area. But this project is also scalable because the software can be used also in Albania. where there are farmers and where the agricultural sector is losing farmers because they are the rural areas are depopulating like ours. So there are common problems, common challenges that this technology wants to solve, but going to the heart of food, which is emotions.
Okay.
Thank you.
One
You're
question
welcome.
about. Okay. I'm very interesting in traceability. That is very important argument for me to ensure food safety. So my question is, in which way do you think the latest sanitary emergency by COVID has influenced the consumer behavior, and in which way do you think the emergency has an effect on your project?
It has, because what I've seen during the COVID, we have done a market research every day, I could say. So people got back to local producers, to local markets, because they didn't want to go to the groceries today to do their shopping, and they began also going back to raw materials, the flour, the tomatoes, and make their pizzas. But now that things are easier with the COVID and we are recovering, they are going back to their normal lives, and they
And
need
we
that there
need
is
to stop
somebody.
here, I'm afraid, Maria.
Yeah, sorry.
We've run out of time, unfortunately. Sorry
Okay,
for
I'm
not allowing
sorry.
you to finish this.
I'm
call.
so
It's
passionate
okay.
about it.
But I'm sure you definitely are passionate about it. There is a lot of positive emotion
Yeah.
in there. Maria, thank you for answering our jury's questions.
Thank
I
you
hope you
for the
enjoy.
opportunity. Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
did.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Maria Luisa from Authenticon, and now we proceed to the third startup of the day. Here before you, Pierfrancesco Di Giuseppe and Regrowth.
Hi, my name is Mikhail Lorintsov, and I'm here to represent Regrowth, a young and new startup dedicated to technology development for small-scale farmers. What is the problem with technology in small-scale farms? Well, first of all, they don't generate enough income to be able to purchase it. Their turnover is very low. Second, they lack a lot of infrastructure, when even a basic GSM is frequently difficult to obtain. The last, most of the development, research, and catering is dedicated to intensive farms, and extensive small farms are not considered. However, small-scale farms are the only ones able to pass from unsustainable production not only to sustainable but to regenerative one. They're the only one able to promote soil regeneration and carbon sequestration on a continuous level. They still maintain a big chunk of the Italian market, with about 50% of the farms being small ones. So what is our value? What do we do? We are able, with our technologies, to monitor the herd on an individual animal level. We can treat welfare, we can treat disease, and we can increase the production. And we couple it with soil monitoring, both soil quality and herbage covering. How do we do it exactly? Well, every animal is controlled by our specific sensors, and the data is integrated with satellite data in our own farm in-field station using our AI proprietary algorithms. The data is then transmitted to our digital ecosystem and directly to the farmer. The value of such production is double. First, with the leaf system itself, our product, we are able to increase in up to 20% the farm output. And if we couple it with regenerative practices, which increase stocking rate, the number of animals for a field, and the level of regeneration of the soil and the grass, further feeding, we can increase the output and the production of the farm and its animals. Our MVP development is going according to our plans in several channels. We are hoping to complete it by March 2021, and we are already deposited our first patent. We are currently aiming for 50,000 euros of seed investment, and this specific competition is a key milestone for us in reaching it. What is our go-to-market strategy? Well, it's based on two big factors. The first one is that our technology is based on animal behavior, and animal behavior is based on season. So we can't rush it. We need to wait at least 2 or 3 seasons till we can have a reliable product. The second part is the farmer population itself. They are very close to new technologies, especially coming from outside, and respond best to a peer-to-peer integration. This means that our goals are double. First, the time needed for development of technologies, we aim to have it in a sustainable way, with self-production and other principles. And we also aim to penetrate the farming population by a capillary peer-to-peer method. How do we do it? Well, we established our experimental farm, which not only essential for the testing and the field experiments for our technology, but also provide us with farm production, essential for the sustainability of our development. It also serves as a platform both for education and social projects. Our business model reflects our marketing strategy, with the first 3 stages dedicated to development of a reliable and effective tool in a small local market, and then with an exit strategy in collaboration with one of the big international players. Our team is small, but is very effective. And as you can see, in the short time of our startup career, we've obtained an interesting track record. Well, this was for growth. We do believe that the future is small, smart, and sustainable, and hope that you will help us to reach it. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our third competitor, Regrowth. We have Pier Francesco and Michael joining us live. Hello, gentlemen.
Hi.
How are you?
We're fine.
Fine, thank you.
Only ready for a round of some tough questions in 5 minutes only. Enjoy.
So.
Bring it on.
Very quick, a few details about the sensor, because the technology that should be that must be introduced in the context of the local farms is very important to be accepted and also to be in some way interpreted by the actors of the system. And the second question is about which kind of elaboration you image about the data that you collect. Third and last is about how to realize the capillary penetration, which, following my opinion, is one of the most important problems that you will face with. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. So the first one, our sensors are of 3 types. The first, we put RFIDs on the animals so we can identify each animal. It's already mandatory in the EU. When the animal go to drink or go to eat, we measure how much water she drinks, how long she spends in drinking, and how many times she drinks in the day. We do the same for feeding, and we can do the same for weight, for chickens, for example. So this is the raw data we extract from the sensors. The elaboration, we take this data and we see that our sheep was drinking only once a day, a lot of time, and a lot of water in 3 of August. So what we can say that this sheep is thirsty, is hot, and she is not well because she's under heat stress. Our algorithm elaborated and sent to the farmer that you need to go and put some shade on your sheep because they're too hot. This is our product, and this is the elaboration. How do we penetrate it? We already built our experimental farm. So when I go to the farmer, I'm not a vendor of technology. I'm another farmer saying, look, I put this technology. It cost me 3,000 euros. This year, I lost no sheep. I lost no poultry. All of them are very well, and I saved 20% of my feed costs. So this is our peer-to-peer approach. It's not that I'm a vending agent. I'm another farmer offering my solution.
Except for the sensor, is there something distinguishing your startup from other service provider for farmers?
Yes, two things are different. First of all, most of the precision livestock farming, this type of technology, are catering to big farms. It's a milking robots, it's structures that need a lot of internet connection and cement. And they usually track only one animal, a dairy cow, a pig. Our system is independent, so you can place it in the fields, you can place it in the mountains, you can put it in places where there is no connection. And it's very cheap because we use simple sensors. We don't overcomplicate it. So we can give a small farmer almost the same results. And the last one, we connect it with the soil quality and land quality data from satellites. So the farmer can see not only how his animal is, but also how his soil. So if he's overgrazing, he can receive also this information.
Okay.
One question is, if in addition to technology, have you thought to transfer technology to farmers with a training or education program?
Definitely. In fact, we're now collaborating with Savory Institute. If you don't know them, they're the biggest institute dedicated to regenerative agriculture. And what they offer are courses and training for farmers, how to better manage their farm, not only to produce better, but to keep the environment and the soil and the plants and the biodiversity healthy. So what we're going to offer, not only our products, but also this type of teaching, that if you take the regenerative practices of agriculture and our technology, you can increase not only the yields, but also the quality of your animals and the environment, of course.
Thank you for answer.
Thank you very much. Any other questions? We are both open.
So your target are a small farmer with respect to big farmer. Your target is a small farm or then or big farm?
No, our main segment is small farmers, but how do you define small farmers? Because small farmer in Abruzzo region, it's 10 hectares. Small farmers in Sardinia, it's 150 hectares. So our system is modular. We, instead of just being a one single block, it's made of different units that we can combine together. So if you have different paddocks, if you have different species, we can modular it. So we define ourselves small farmer.
We need to stop here, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I'm glad you enjoyed the conversation. Now you can officially smile, I guess. Pier Francesco, Michael.
Yeah.
Well, after all, come on, you're talking about sheep. That in itself deserves a smile, doesn't it?
We know.
Gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the Q&A. Thank you for joining us, for finding the time, participating in the competition, and good luck today.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Regrowth, Pier Francesco and Michael, and now we proceed to our fourth competitor, Stefania Raimondo, Navitech.
Good morning, I am Stefania Raimondo, co-founder of Navitech, an innovative startup and spin-off of the University of Palermo. Today, due to a busy lifestyle and the difficulty in obtaining healthy food, consumers' preferences are shifting to ready-to-eat meals. But unhealthy diet contributes to a range of chronic diseases in people around the world. Annually, 1 in 5 deaths, so around 11 million, are associated with inadequate dietary habits, and these numbers don't include malnutrition in developing countries. Food supplements are the current solution, but they fail to meet the expectation. And this because consumers are seeking out health benefit from products they are already consuming without changing lifestyle habits, but also because the protective effect of food substances derives from the collaborative actions of various compounds rather than from the action of a single compound. So the need today is to provide consumers a healthier diet that does not alter their lifestyle habits. Nature proposed a solution, and Navitech caught it. We identified in lemon juice small vesicles that collect, protect, and concentrate different biofunctional compounds with antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. So Navitech provides stable vesicles in various forms. A clinical trial shows us that the product reduces LDL cholesterol and the waistline. In addition, the product is versatile for different use as nutraceuticals, functional food, and cosmetics. Looking at our competitors, we identified companies that do research and development for innovative ingredients, but also academic groups focusing on plant vesicles. However, we have already developed the purification technology for the large-scale production of lemon vesicles. We have carried out a clinical trial and we have a partnership with an agri-food industry that allow us to use the industry's second raw material. And we also have a patent box. Our business model is B2B. And our customers are ready-meal companies, in particular food and beverage companies that will reformulate existing products in response to the growing consumer demand for a healthier choice, as well as functional food and beverage companies that are looking for innovative ingredients to expand the health and wellness offerings. The global market for ready meals is growing fast and is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 5.5% in the next 7 years. So starting from the bench research, we have developed a prototype, we have carried out a clinical trial, and we have filed different patents. Today, we are producing sampling in subcontracting in order to start the market test with our industry early adopters, as well as to test vesicles from other plant matrix. So the EIT Food Innovation Prize would cover the cost for product sampling and the market test. And these steps are necessary before starting the in-house production. We really believe that Navitech product will have a social impact since it will improve consumers' quality of life, and this means also a reduction in the national health costs. But it also will have an economical and environmental impact since we are going to use an industrial second raw material. Navitech is a team of biologists and biotechnologists coming from the academia but focused on translational research, and together with our CEO, which is an expert in business management, and with the industrial partner Agrumariya Corleone, we really believe to make ready meals healthier. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Navitech. We have Stefania Raimondo joining us live for the Q&A. Hi, Stefania.
Hello, good morning. Hi.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm very excited to be here. Thank you.
Well, both the big smile and the excitement tells me you're more than ready for all these questions. Are you?
Yes, I am.
Over to you and the jury. Enjoy.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
No.
Quick question concerning your market. You made an important choice, which is to be business to business oriented. Why this choice? Can you explain better why to exclude, for example, products directly addressed to consumer? Thank you.
Yeah, there are two answers for your question. Thank you. The first one is thinking about our team. As we said, we belong to academia and we want to really focus on research and development of Navitech. And the second answer is because of our industrial partner, Agrumariya Corleone, that will allow us to use their network and their buyers to be in contact with the industrial adopters. So we think that it was the right choice to arrive on the market. And also because we really understood, doing some market research, that a lot of big industries that are buyers of Agrumaria's Corleone are looking for innovative ingredients and to change their products.
Thank you.
Okay. The process for this kind of vesicle extraction is cheaper or more expensive than the traditional process for phytochemical extraction from plant tissue?
Okay, so we cannot do a direct comparison because we are isolating different structures, so these vesicles. So we can directly compare with the methodologies that today are for vesicles isolation. And of course, this technology is cheaper because all the other technology are oriented only for the laboratory isolation of vesicles. But another comparison that we can do is that with a single technology extraction, we don't extract a single compound, but a mix of compounds that are inside these vesicles.
Okay. And this kind of vesicle have been already used for such kind of product that are on the market, like dietary supplement or not so?
Not yet. I mean, Navitech is the first that have developed a way to isolate vesicles at industrial scale. Only the scientific community is looking for this, but we have this first mover advantage because we are looking at like the large scale production. And we, as Navitech, have isolated these vesicles. We have patented the technology process, and we have also carried out a clinical trial with this product.
Okay, thank you.
One question is if in addition to clinical trials, have you thought also about health claims or tests to join, to reach health claims accepted by EFSA?
Thank you very much for this question. Actually, the reason why we carried out a clinical trial was for this. We carried out a clinical trial on healthy volunteer, but also on patients with metabolic syndromes. And the reason was because we want them to apply to the health claims, but without a clinical trial on healthy volunteer, we cannot. So this is the reason why we have decided to perform the clinical trial, to give biggest meaning at our product, at the scientific point of view.
Do you think your ingredients are suitable also for small companies or small business?
Yes, we think so. I mean, also for companies, I don't know, looking for hotels, like producing something for also distributing in hotels that are now looking for innovative products with healthy properties. But we are also thinking about isolating vesicles from other plant matrix because they exist, but they are not produced at large scale. And we are also looking at other market like the cosmetic ones.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I suppose these are all the questions from our jury. So thank you very much, Stefania.
Thank you.
You got quite many questions, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm happy about it. Questions are always important.
I can see. I can see you're happy.
Yeah.
Good luck in today's competition, and thank you for joining us for the Q&A, Stefania, and all the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Navitech, our fourth competitor, which means we are halfway through all the competitors in the Italian final. In the meantime, I'm taking a quick look from time to time to our YouTube live channel. I can see some of you are chatting and talking about individual startups. Feel free to share the link to the live stream to your friends, and maybe we can get more comments, more interesting observations from the participants of the live stream. And now let us proceed to number 5 on our list, and that is Mauro Germani, supplier.
Hi everyone, my name is Mauro and I'm the CEO of Supplier.
Supplya is a B2B fresh food company connecting chefs and farmers together through a digital marketplace and a network of lean and modular hubs. We are active since 2018 and we have launched 2 different markets. The first one is already break-even. This is a classic marketplace opportunity, a stagnant industry since 40 years that is made of a lot of middlemen that are just raising the price for chefs and cutting margins on the producers. And most importantly, this industry is absolutely lacking of transparency. On the restaurant side, chefs and restaurant owners still have to search and find new products by searching through physical catalogs. They have to order their supplies through phone calls, emails, fax, etc. And they can only monitor prices and expenses through physical paperwork and Excel files. And if that could work well in the last 20 years, this is not bearable anymore for any new restaurant. And this is because restaurant operations are increasing. And so restaurants do not have enough time to run their operation, and they are trying to send to mobile and to digital everything they can to go faster. Another big change that is happening today in the market is that consumers are searching for a higher variety of products. And also, restaurants need to differentiate their offer more and more from their competitors. The third big shift that is happening in this industry is the delivery boom. In fact, it's harder and harder to plan inventory, and the single delivery per week that wholesalers are providing is not enough to run a business today. For these reasons, we have created a platform that is allowing them to order in one click, receive their goods in 12-24 hours, get higher quality and higher variety, and save 20% of the products, and have expenses monitored with a couple of clicks. All of this has made us get to the results that we have had in the last years. In 2019, we focused on 3 main aspects. The first one is the increase of buyers on the platform, and we have tripled that number in last year. The second thing that we focused on is the spend increase on the platform, and this is made possible by adding specific producers and with the result of 2x the number of spend on average from restaurants. And the third main aspect is the increase of margins. In fact, we have been able to increase that by implementing a better service both for restaurants and producers. All of this has made an increase of 264% in the last year, our GMV. To explain how our product works for users, I want to show you 2 examples. This is Stefano, one of our chefs, who is buying more than 10K per month on our platform, buying more than 200 unique products and saving 20% on his food cost. On the other side, these are Sergio and Sebastiano. They run a farm which has been increasing of more than 100K their revenue in the last year, and with an increase of 15% of their total sales and a 30% margin improvement. This is absolutely important because the only other options that a farmer has to reach restaurant today are either by going to sales directly, and this represents high cost and time efforts because you have to run payments, deliveries, invoices, and everything by your own. On the other side, you go to wholesalers and you get cut 60% of your margins. We needed to scale our logistics system very fast. And so today we can say that we have a profitable hub system that is allowing, with a mix of just-in-time and consignment, 10 times product availability of compared to the industry standard, without having any financial exposure and any purchase inventory. We have a very ambitious roadmap that is moving us from in 2022 to having 1,000 buyers, 9 million of GMV, and 7 hubs on the market. This has been able only thanks to our great funding team and bigger team, which is made of chefs, hospitality, and technology experts with 10 years of experience. Thank you for your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Supply, our fifth competitor. We have Mauro joining us live now. Hello, Mauro. Unmute, please.
Hi, Lucas. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. Yourself?
All good, thanks.
Mauro, I've just watched your presentation. I've noticed you've used up every single second of the 5 minutes allocated. So let's see how it goes with your Q&A. 5 minutes, enjoy. The jury is yours.
Thank you. Hi, all. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Do you have some kind of competitor except for the traditional market system?
Yes, sure. The main competition is represented today by platforms and companies that are connecting pre-existing suppliers to restaurants. That means that they are sort of a booking.com of this industry. So they are connecting pre-existing suppliers and just trying to price compare the different options. What we are doing instead is a sort of Airbnb of this industry, which means bringing new inventory to the market, producers that are never being connected to chefs. And on the other side, we shorten the supply chain by cutting middlemen, increasing of average 40% the margins of producers, and making restaurants save their prices of 20%, and overall increasing the user experience of both sides of the equation.
Hi, Mauro. Can you give us some details about the skill of the people belonging to the team, and in particular, which kind of skill, on the contrary, you will find for it outside the team?
I'm sorry, I missed the last part of the question.
I asked you the skill of the people composing the team, and in which case you make reference to other skills that are not existing in the team. So you will buy competences, knowledge, and so on, for if there are some part of your business that need something similar.
Clear. Thank you for this question. So we have scaled our team from our funding team of four people. All of us are coming from restaurant industry. Also, our CTO was a former restaurant owner as well. And so we have all the competence to manage marketing, operations, technology, and communication in the founding team. We have scaled this team up to 20 people up to now. And we are keeping to add people that are helping us to scale in specific industry. At the moment, to give you an example, we are hiring two specific people, which are a director of operations. We are searching for an expert that has already scaled food businesses with hubs and logistics. And on the other side, a farm success manager, because the operations have been increasing in the last year. And so now we need a person full-time that is in charge of making farmers increasing their revenue every single month. And so we need to keep track of it, and we are hiring for that position.
Okay, thank you.
My question is, in which way do you connect farmers to chefs? And have you already got a database about farmers or agro-industrial realities?
Yeah, so the important aspect to know here is that 85% of the farmers that we acquire come from word of mouth. Because our marketplace not only provides value for both sides of it, but it also has great network effects. That means that restaurants are suggesting farmers, farmers are suggesting other farmers and other restaurants. And this is a virtuous cycle that is working very well. And in a practical way, we connect the parts between through two different elements. The first one is the digital marketplace that is managing all the automation that is needed in this industry. Like, for giving an example, from the farmer side, we provide a full platform that is managing the payments, so they don't have the risk of selling directly to the restaurant. We manage the invoices, we manage the deliveries, so we manage everything for them. And on the other side, we provide also automation to remember to the restaurant when is the right time to order without having the problem of finishing their stock. The other point, apart from the digital platform, is the logistics system, and this is the key enabler of this market. You cannot connect chefs and restaurants without having a proper, scalable, fast, and efficient logistic model, and that is only possible thanks to the connection to our digital marketplace backend that automates all the operations, so that we need a minimum amount of physical work in the hubs, and everything is automated. And
we need to stop here. Mauro, sorry for interrupting you, but we've run out of time already.
Thank you.
Great. I hope you enjoyed the conversation, and as I expected, you have used up every single second of the 5 minutes allocated.
Again.
Good luck in the competition and with your project. Thank you.
Bye, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next competitor, Gaetano Piermarocchi and Agri Networking Tools.
Ladies and gentlemen, good day. Here is a story of Agri Networking Tools marketplace, specifically designed for the agro-food professional markets globally. And this is me, the presenter. Farmers and transformers are always complaining that price of the goods are not covering their costs. They are always looking for more clients, of course, and even more suppliers to get better commercial deals. And everyone is fascinated by export opportunities. And we want to allow them harvesting all the good they are very able to create in the products, but not that good to market themselves. In fact, globalization is offering huge opportunities. Technology is making people closer and closer. However, access to the agro-food markets is really selective. Only the happy few big enterprises are doing the market directly, while majority of small and mid-sized companies are prevented to do directly, are highly intermediated, because the value chains are still obsolete, organized the same way they used to be organized over the last 50 more years. Acting on the platform, ultimate demand and supply can meet, can negotiate up to binding contract. This is a tool, but it's not just a tool. This is a disruptive commercial process innovation in the agri-food industry. It allows direct access to market to everyone. It brings a lot of efficiency, clicks rather than weeks, digital versus analogic, saving a lot of time, the most underestimated resource we have. Cutting out unneeded brokerage, unneeded intermediation. It allows a better, a fairer value distribution along the chain, and negotiating within the platform technicalities, we are able to return the market the valuable information about price quotations, at least for commodities and unbranded products. The flow is pretty streamlined. From the need to the contract, execution is out of the platform. Negotiation is done within the technicalities in the platform. The business model we validated in the beta test is the pure pay-per-use. Registration is needed, but doesn't imply any cost, any commitment. And there is a fee once the deal is reached. And we want to make the fee percentage as little as possible, not to influence the right market balance of any goods. We're proud to be among the very first innovators in this arena, but I don't want to forget the happy few I mentioned before, even the analogic brokers, because those are the hardest people restraining the introduction of such a tools in the market. And this arena is getting more and more crowded. A lot of new experiences are popping up here and there. So how do we compete in this? Trying to offer a kind of unique bouquet of services aside the pure commercial ones. So offering credit risk management tools already in place, at least the first. The first tools, we want to manage the quality of the product. We want even to support on the logistics side. And we want to leverage a leading technology to make user-friendliness as a must and flexibility as a must as well. We are already in the market since beginning of last year and moving the hardest and very first steps ahead, but already having some good stories to prove that we're not wrong. This has been possible only through a very professional, experienced, and really motivated team. And this is a bit of my background, 30 years management life in agro-food industry. And thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Agri Networking Tools. We have Gaetano joining us live for the Q&A. Hello, Gaetano.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, Lucas, and good morning, everyone.
Good morning still. 40 minutes left of this morning.
Yes.
How are you, Gaetano?
Very fine, and you?
Yeah, I'm great. How are you feeling before all those questions? How many do you think you will get in 5 minutes?
I hope enough to clarify any doubts on this crazy idea, this project.
Well, you know, there are lots and lots of theories about the numbers of questions one gets in a competition like that. If you get no questions, theoretically, that might just mean your presentation was so perfect that you left the jury speechless. And if you have too many questions, that is not necessarily a good thing. So let's see how it goes with you, Gaetano. Enjoy.
Thank you. Hello, good day, everyone.
Hello. You faced with a very common problem, which is cut intermediaries to try to reduce cost, and so to arrive to a final price more convenient for consumer. But in general, in some case, intermediation can also add value to products, add other characteristics, I don't know, cleaning, the kind of package that you add during this process. How did you face this problem, and why you choose this kind of solution? More detail.
Well, yes, I'm pretty conscious. I've been dealing in agri-food markets since a number of years now, and not all the intermediations are adding value to the value chain. And I don't pretend with my offering, which is an intermediation itself, to decide who could stay in the market and who else has to quit. This has to be the market to evaluate whether somebody is adding value more than the intermediation cost or vice versa. So it is what you just said is true. We aim to make the value chain much fairer, and not just ensuring final consumer a fair price to pay for food, but also to farmers and transformers, not just being price takers as they currently are, but giving them the possibility to play the market themselves, which is not the case yet. Just to give you an example, the Parmigiano Reggiano value chain, 330 dairies producing the product, the cheese, 90% of this cheese is marketed through maybe no more than 20 enterprises. This way, the 330 dairies, or 90% of them if you want, are just getting the price those 20 enterprises are giving them back. And they are losing, we calculated, average 120, 150 million euros margin, just because they are not aging the product till the consumption age and devoting. So they're losing a lot of money. Why the hell they shouldn't go directly to the market? Because they are prevented by cultural habits. That's the way.
Thank you.
One question is about your future exploitation of the market and your target of customers, this service.
we're moving mostly in the dairy market because of my personal background and the personal background of most of the team members, and not limiting to it, and not just limiting into to Italy, but of course that's the starting perimeter. We have considered very appropriate to identify the most innovative people, which are very rare.
Now we seem to have lost the connection with Gaetano. And he still had 1.5 minutes left. I'm afraid we might not be able to reconnect so quickly. So perhaps towards the end of the competition, we might give Gaetano 1 more minute for the Q&A session. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us proceed. Oh, we have Gaetano with us back.
Oh,
hello,
sorry.
Gaetano.
Yeah, I was kicked off.
It's okay.
So
I can give you
it's
one
okay.
extra minute with the jury. So enjoy.
Sorry?
I will give you 1 minute with the jury left.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So I was saying identifying the true innovators and leveraging the tool with them to demonstrate others that we're doing good job for everyone in the value chains. Does it answer?
Okay.
Do we have any more questions from the jury?
Okay. Do you think that your business may have some kind of social or environmental impact?
Of course, making farmers and transformers, majority of them, being able to play the market themselves, so upsizing their managerial skills will induce them running better businesses and making more profitable business out of their operation.
Thank you very much. It seems we have exhausted all the questions.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gaetano. Good luck
Bye-bye.
in the competition and good luck with your project. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next competitor, Riccardo Contu, typical of.
Hi everyone, I'm Riccardo Contu, CEO and co-founder of Typical, the smart marketplace connecting producers of high quality regional products with restaurants all over the world. And the problem we're trying to solve is in the procurement world, which is basically like it was 30 years ago, a total mess because it's too much complex and inefficient. And there are too many intermediation steps, leaving producers with small margins and restaurants with high costs. So we created Typical of to reduce the complexity in this world through digital transformation by connecting producers of high quality regional products with restaurants worldwide. We create a direct connection between them. We try to save their money and time. We create automations and easy the sales and purchase and shipment process. And we provide them with decision making support. Through our smart platform, which is made by a marketplace, a business intelligence system, and a data analytics system to provide them a complete understanding of the market, their positioning, and the price they can really evaluate. Our business model is pretty easy. There is no registration fee, and the use of the platform is free. We only take a 20% transaction fee, leaving restaurants with lower costs and producers with higher margins. And we also provide premium services for specific needs of our users. And we position ourselves very differently from the competition because we focus on the internationalization side of the market because we believe that the real value is in the export, while the others focus on the local market. And not providing producer with new market, more high-spending clients. And we focus on a complete process of giving them insights of the market and really understand the market, which is really huge. It's 20 billion just considering Europe and just considering high-quality regional food. So therefore, this is the niche we choose to position in, which is very precise. And we believe that this niche can give to the market really huge came because we believe that we can create new job opportunity and we can save traditional small business which have been left behind. So we believe we can provide really strong social impact. And this is our team. I come from experience in the digital world by working on several incubator and accelerators, lately in Silicon Valley. Part of the team is made by restaurateurs with more than 30 years of experience in that world, so we really understand the problem we're trying to solve. And the other part of the team is made by digital people that came from startup enterprise in Italy, like Video Online, Tiscali, so the major startups in Italy. So we believe we have the experience and the knowledge to pursue our objectives, which are very clear. We completed the platform and we iterate it several times before concluding in this way. And we built a database with restaurants and producers, and innovation prices by EIT food would be critical for us to complete the testing of our acquisition channel, gain traction, and be ready to fundraise. So I really thank you for your time. I'm here for all your questions and hope you can help us and we can help this world. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was typical of. We have Ricardo joining us live now. Hi, Ricardo.
Hi, Lucas. How are you?
Hi, that's a very focused looking face at the other end of the line. Hi, Ricardo. You used up only 4 minutes to present your idea. So, well, just to make sure you understand, I'm not going to give you an extra minute during the Q&A because of that.
I know. I believe less is more sometimes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So do I. Enjoy.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. My question is, if you have already developed an app for chef or for orders, to make orders.
Yeah, not yet, because we believe that so as I said, part of the team is made of like restaurateurs with more than like 30 years of experience. So we think we understand the problem, especially from the restaurant side, and of course have their network, and we so tested it, and we believe that first of all we need to build a great platform with user experience before we create an app, because the orders right now are, if not taken by phone, are taken and are the computer, the notebook, and PC are used for managing their processes. So we want to enter like that and then educate them and provide there with an app.
Okay.
I'd like to give you the possibility and the opportunity of giving us some more details about the difference between your platform and many other platforms existing in terms of intermediation between the producers and the final consumer. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the question. So basically, we focus on the internationalization side, while the rest mainly focus on local intermediation. So for example, I'm from Cagliari, so they connect producers from Cagliari and restaurant mainly from, I don't know, Sardinia maybe, or at most at national level, while we focus on internationalization because we believe that, as I said, export, the value is in the export because the margins are higher, definitely higher for producers, and foreign restaurants, even run by Italian restaurateurs, we can assess more the value of the products, so they can pay more, and they're positive on pay more. So this is why we focus there. And from the technology side, we focus on business intelligence. While the rest just connect them, we really understand the problem, we believe, on the producer side, and they always ask us to, for example, what's the price I should choose to make for restaurants, I don't know, in Scandinavia or in Belarus or, I don't know, in Paris, because they don't really have the understanding of the market, and we provide this kind of insight through our platform, so they know how to position their products. And we believe that starting from the internationalization is more simple than to come back and like gain market in Italy. And we already have asked from restaurants in Italy, even if we don't focus on them, of course.
Unmute, please.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, do we have another question from the jury?
Do you make a kind of selection of producers, or your platform is open to everyone?
So the platform is basically open to everyone. We focus on certified products, first of all, when we try to find new producers, but we have like a filter on producers. So when someone registers, we assess their like quality, if we can say so, and then we allow them to be present in the platform. So we have a filter made by us, and we do that. And we try to focus on certified products, try not to leave behind like quality products that are not certified, and it's plenty of in Italy. So yeah. Thank you.
Sounds like these would be all the questions for you, Riccardo.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for joining us for the Q&A. I hope you enjoyed the session.
Thank you very much.
And good luck with your project and the competition.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was typical of Riccardo Contu, and now we proceed to the last competitor of the day, Patricia Rodriguez, Tomé, and Nurideas.
Good morning. I am Patricia, the CEO of Nurideas, and I would like to talk about Insaludi. Consumers are more and more interested in reliable information on food authenticity. They are willing to pay more for kilometer zero products. We need to implement a farm-to-fork strategy and create a value chain that takes into account all the actors. Traceability and quality control are needed to ensure safety and transparency. Insaludi is our solution, an innovative platform of free interconnected components designed to introduce digital tools into the small agri-food companies. Let us take the case of Maria on her small dairy farm. As per EU law, she must trace all steps of processing milk to cheese. With NurTrack, she can trace everything, even her waste products. Maria needs in-house quality control. If something happens, she wants to be aware fast. She can use NurScan or database of products' fingerprints built using the Skio, a near-infrared scanner. Maria wants to provide information to her clients. Nouring Food will connect the producer to the consumer and help overcome low consumer trust. Our customer segment are the micro SMEs, mostly family-run, open to innovation, but with scarce resources. Insaludi is the best solution for them. We concentrate first in these 3 countries that have a similar distribution of companies in terms of number and type. We begin with Sardinia, where we are based, targeting first companies in the dairy, meat, and oil pasta rice sector. Our platform is a software as a service. No installation is necessary. We have a subscription model with various levels depending on the size, product, and needs. There will be extra fees for extra functionalities added on demand. We consider competitors company present in our first market countries serving micro SMEs. Traceability software competition is huge, but in fact limited if you look at this specific market. Software for nutritional labels usually manage recipes and ingredients, but not inventories. There are applications specific for consumers, mostly oriented toward fitness and diet. We know of only one company, besides sensor vendors, that sells something similar to NurScan. Qualitade works only with the dairy sector. Diet sensor has an application for nutrition and diet and uses a SKIO to obtain the nutritional values of the food. InSaludi, with the three components, offers traceability, quality control, and nutritional information, all integrated for both the producers and the consumers. In front of such competition, we have done a trademark search on all our names and logos and checked the freedom to operate status. We consulted with a lawyer through IBA for SME for a pre-diagnostic. Our first important milestone was the Seal of Excellence, followed by the regional grant. After that, 3 local companies have presented a project to introduce NordTrack and NordScan in their production processes. In the next 6 months, we want to consolidate our client base in Sardinia and move to Italy and then France and Spain. We are now planning the 21-22 data collection campaign. This is very much time consuming. The prize will help us train local unemployed people. Later on, they will become the local user support for all the InSaludi functionalities. We are 3 women with complementary backgrounds and expertise. We had worked together before, either in industry or academia, in services, on R&D for small companies. We realized one day that we shared the same ideas and vision about how we wanted to contribute for a better and healthier food system. And thus, we created Nurideas. Thank you for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our last competitor, Nurideas, and we have Patricia joining us live for the Q&A.
Hello.
Hello there. How are you?
Fine.
Just fine. How does it feel to be the last one on the list, Patricia, having watched all the other competitors? How does it feel? Tell me.
They were very good. It was very nice to be able to watch everything.
Wonderful. Hope you enjoy the discussion with our jury. Over to you and the jury.
Hello.
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 My question is, since your target is small companies, do you think about a service of consultancy or training in data collection for this kind of companies?
Yes, of course. Because we have small companies have, like I said, they lack resources because there are few people and they don't have always the capacity of doing all the data collection. That is why we want to have people that will go locally and do the data collection. Because in a way, I consider that with small companies, you have the same problem that you have with consumers, is low consumer trust, is kilometer zero products. You have to be more local than with big companies. So yes, we will do services this way, locally.
Okay, thank you.
I think that one of the main difficulties that you can meet essentially in the beginning is to start with a group, with a sort of a basket of products, enough representative to be considered as a complete offer. How do you think to solve this first obstacle?
So when we did the regional grant, we had 5 companies. We looked first for the cheese because it was what is easier all year long. Because if you're looking at artisanal products, it's going to be seasonal. Cheese, you can work more or less all the year. And the part of these companies are the ones who presented the new project because they want to continue. So what we are doing is things like that. We have developed the NordTrack, going to companies and talking to them, staying days in their place and following them. So yes, the beginning is very much time consuming. You have to go and talk to each of them. We go to the same regional fairs, we go and visit, we talk to them a lot. It's the only way to do it at the beginning. Once you have a little base, they talk to each other, so you can grow. We got already contacts like this, but the beginning is completely go there and talk to people.
I have another question, if I can. Yes. How the difficulties of this moment in terms, for example, of mobility, can in some way influence and also handle the process, essentially the starting process?
So the part of discussions, no, we can do it online like we did. People are more conscious about traceability and quality. What it stopped is going to the companies on doing data collection, obviously. We could not move from home, so we couldn't go and collect data. So we have everything we could do because of season from March to now, we have to do it next year. That's obvious. But at the same time, all these problems have highlighted the problem of traceability, highlighted the problem of quality on controls. So it's also good in a way. People are more willing to listen and to talk.
Thank you.
Another technical question is, do you think a specific tool for consumers to get information about producers, or it could be a sensor or a QR code? Do you think about it?
Yes, this is what we'll do with Nourin Food. Nourin Food will have the information. How will be, we are thinking about QR codes on the product, but if you think, for example, cheese from small companies, they are sold on the market and they are cut in pieces. Where do you put the QR code? So we have also to think on how we can present this information. We are not in the shop. We are not in a place where you can put on the package everything.
Yeah.
So we have also to think about all that. But yes.
Okay, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 10 seconds left, and it sounds like the jury have already asked all the questions we wanted to ask. Patricia, I hope you enjoyed the conversation.
Very much. It was very interesting.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you for the effort you have put into preparing for today's pitch. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our last competitor of the day in the Italian country final, Patricia Rodriguez Tomé and her concept Nur Ideas. I've just looked at the live stream on YouTube, and the number of people watching live has just doubled, which simply means we are approaching the audience prize voting procedure. That was the last startup competing in today's final. Let me introduce the voting procedure as it goes. This is the link to the audience vote website along with the QR code, if that's what you prefer to use to access the website. 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, more or less 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more to cast your vote. You can vote during the keynote speeches, and we'll close the voting poll shortly after. The startup that receives the biggest number of votes will be awarded the audience prize of €2,000. Time for a first keynote speech today. Cesare De Palma, Presidente Sezione Meccanica Elettrica ed Elettronica Confindustria Bari.
Hi, I'm very happy.
Hi.
I'm very honored to meet in this interesting program. Yes, I am stay here with a big attention to the innovation of this startup, and I have do connecting with my company, with our company that we represent in Puglia. Next, I want to present in this program Innovatech Food. Is a fair that we be organized. Please give me the photo. we organize this fair for innovation of tech food. Then we want to invite this startup to come in Bari for meeting with our industry, because the innovation is the basis for exit to COVID, exit to strategy, exit to a growth the industry. Then I have seen in your program a lot of innovation that go from informatic, from software, from the connection, virtual connection, to the mechanical processing, to the social innovation that is very big, interesting to connecting the market, because actually the market not is vertical but is horizontal. Then we must think to the complete the innovation to the market with a lot of purpose. I have seen an innovation in one of your startup. When I have seen, we have listened the presentation, when I have read the presentation, I have connected with a company that my friends Mariana that speech all me over me. I have connected with this innovation. Please, I please Sylvia to give the first. Okay, Innovatech Food. This is a fair that we organize with the SENAF. This is a new fair for our territory. We want connecting the European innovation for Innovatech for a technology of food, because the food is a new frontier. Innovation in food is a new frontier in market and in industry. We cry that we think that please the other side. Okay, the alimentary and the mechanical, they are a sector of 70% of complexive trend in €1 million for a suit region. In suit region, we have a lot of production for tomato, for milk, from cereal. Then in Puglia, in South Italy, we can put the new fire. Then we think that alimentary fair is can put in Puglia, because Puglia is a market for oriented for Mediterranean Sea, for the other side of Adriatic Sea with Albania, Montenegro, and the other side of territory. And Puglia can be a center of the Europe for technology in alimentary. Then we have opened to research a modality to invite your startup with our fair. Then we are researching a modality with Barbara De Ruggeri, is our friends, to give a space to networking with industry in our fair. Then next time in this next days, we give an email to all the startups for a modality to participate. We want to give a big special space to the first three. But we want to give to opportunity to all of startups, because we cry that the networking is basilarity. Then I go to speech to my friends Mariana. Thank you. Industry, yes. With Mariana, we do this fair because it is. We think that is the future of our territory, the technology for alimentary industry. Then with Mariana organize this fair because with Mariana take the exigence of alimentary industry and decline in the fair with the technology alimentary to propose the innovation of our company. Then the startups is the basis of this innovation because we don't give only technology innovation, but we want to give also social innovation and industry of economy innovation. Then I can stop to see our this is another speech for packaging because packaging in Polia growth very good. Mechanical sector that I represent is a very big. We have in these last days new investments for a big Italian sector in packaging because packaging is a good tech because there is automation. This is industry 4.0, and in the Puglia have must be growing in this. In this sector, we cry a very good life and very good energy in this fire because we want to do to our industry, mechanical, alimentary, and social innovation, a new center of networking for the future of Italy and for the future of the Mediterranean. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cesare. Cesare, have you had a chance to watch?
Oh, yes, yes. Excuse me, please, excuse me. I must. Okay.
Hi, Cesare. Have you had a chance to watch every startup today? Do you have your favorite?
Oh, I can give my favorite. I can speak my favorites.
No, you can't.
No,
you can't. Just tell me if you have one.
No. Yes, I have one because I have seen the networking with a company that I know in my territory, in my land. I have seen when he describes their business. I have networking with also for my friends that produce alimentary for animals. Okay, my friend produces alimentary.
Cesare, so I have one request. Now that you know all those startups so well, my request is take a piece of paper and write down the top 3 that you think will get the first 3 awards today, plus the audience award. Try and write them down now. And if you feel like it, join us on YouTube on the live stream and just tell us at the end of the competition if you guessed all of them. Okay?
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Cesare. Great to have you with us. Thank you for today.
To you.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we have another short keynote from Mariana Bianco, Presidente Sezione Agroalimentare Confindustria Bari. Hello, Mariana.
Hello.
Hi, I must have mispronounced both your name and the name of the section terribly. Apologies for that.
One moment. Ok. Ho ascoltato molto bene le varie startup. Noi rappresentiamo.
Mariana, is it possible to give your keynote in English?
I don't speak very well in English. I prefer that someone translates, but if it's necessary, I improve. Okay?
All right.
The agro industry is a big part of our economy in Apulia, and I represent the big player of the Made in Italy as in the industry of pasta, of beverage and coffee, and the typical product of our place as bread. I listen very well this project, and I think that we create important connection with our industry. But I have some doubt for the business plan of this startup. I think that some projects are the idea, the good idea, but don't see. I don't see the I think that I can't create the connection with our industry, but someone. I think that the best sector is pharmaceutical. I heard something of nutraceutical, and I think that our president is the best player for this startup. But I think that we can create the connection to our requests, and this startup can create something with the necessary of our industry. This project is a very good project, but if we I think that we need a very good connection with the university, the industry, and one moment, computer, and this kind of thinking, because our industry needs of this type of innovation. And we don't have, we haven't the possibility of create our other kind of business inside our industry, because with COVID, with some problem that we have in this moment, this form of this way of innovation is the very is a very important step for our industry, for increase our business and change something in something of different different business. I think that this project is very, very, very important, and I think that we can create the connection with our industry in in this moment in our place.
Would you like to stop here, Mariana?
Non sento.
Would you like to continue or stop here?
I have problem with audio now. I don't understand what I don't see.
Do you hear me, Mariana?
I don't hear.
Oh, you can't hear me. So, Mariana, I suppose we need to stop here because of the quality of the connection. Is that okay?
Oh, for now,
Right.
yes. But
Mariana, thank you for, first of all, giving us all this information, and also thank you for speaking English for us. I know it was quite an effort, so much appreciated. Thank you. And I hope you also have your favorite startups today. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mariana Bianco. Time for our audience award vote is almost over, but we are giving you 1 extra minute just to do that now if you haven't had the chance yet. Please remember, EIT Food is there to support you as an entrepreneur, regardless of the stage of your current development. So if you only have an idea at this stage, it's also okay. Or if you want to raise Series B investment, that's even better. EIT Food has support programs available to help you at various stages of development. These can be found at eitfood.eu/entrepreneurship. Coming back to the Innovation Prizes competition, ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that the first place winners from each of the 17 countries' finals will be invited to the grand final in autumn, during which, well, what you expect is becoming internationally famous, winning 25,000 euros, and also having access to great entrepreneurship training and training before the final as well. If you'd like to watch other country finals, feel free to join us. All dates and details can be found at www.eitfood.eu/events. It is time for us to close the voting procedure now. We hope you use this opportunity to cast your vote. While we prepare to announce the audience prize winner, and while the jury is making their final decisions about who wins today, we'd like to share with you a short highlights video from the previous editions of the Innovation Prizes competition. Enjoy.
The scale of the problems that we're facing in our food system are huge. So EIT Food has come about to change this.
Events like these show the incredible creativity that people have in the space of the food industry.
The startups play a fundamental role. They take the risk of bringing these new innovations to the market.
Okay, let's do it!
We designed this competition to find new disruptive ideas.
This is one of the best call for startup in the food category.
We have found here plenty of people that really want to change the world.
There's a lot of actors working together to find solution for our project, our startup.
I never seen this beautiness in project for food tech like this one.
Learn from them, you also get some training so that you develop business plans.
This competition is inspiring, but it's also challenging.
EIT Food is experience, inspiration.
Challenging, energizing, and fun.
The future of the food ecosystem
is about connection and evolution.
Best three things of this competition are youth, networking, and enthusiasm.
Atmosphere, mentors, and prize.
Quality of advisors, quality of the education, and quality of the food.
You will connect to other people with other entrepreneurs, and you will learn what's happening in the food ecosystem.
There are so many solutions waiting to be implemented that can actually make a big impact on how we see the food in the future.
We want to listen to young people to see which are the best business opportunity for innovation in the food market.
to help Europe build a food system that's better for people's health, better for the environment, and also more trusted and traceable.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the results now. The winner of the Audience Award during the Italian final is Authenticon, Maria Luisa. It's €2,000, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we have Maria Luisa online now. That's the kind of joy I wanted to see. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Is there anyone we would like to thank at this stage, having won the Audience Award? Some people believe.
Yeah. My twin sister, she was my best promoter. And also, of course, we hope to win also the other prize, not much for the money, but for the final, because they are very eager to participate in the final, grand final at European level. We are very, very much eager. I hope. I don't know.
We'll see about that. Maria, fingers crossed. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, now time for 3 main awards: third prize, second prize, and of course the title, the much cherished title that Maria has just referred to. And so let's start with the third place. Ladies and gentlemen, the third place goes to Authenticon, Maria Luisa. €1,000, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's proceed to the second place. The second place in the Italian final goes to Navitech and Stefania. It's €3,000. Ladies and gentlemen, and now the main award. The country final winner is Regrove, Pier Francesco. Ladies and gentlemen, we should be having Pier Francesco joining us live now, and I certainly hope to see a lot of joy from the winner of the Italian final. Pier Francesco, have you been able to connect with us? I'm afraid that must have been really a bit of a surprise for Pier Francesco, because we are unable to connect with him for a quick chat at the end of this final. Anyway, once again, congratulations to all the participants, all the winners, and Regrove in particular, the winner of the country final Start of the Year title, and Pier Francesco. The first prize winner will participate in the grand final and will have a chance to compete with other first prize winners for the European title and also for €25,000. What a day, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank at this stage every single person involved in the preparations of this online country final in Italy, the jury members, the hub representatives, every single participant who prepared and pre-recorded the sessions and participated in the Q&A sessions. Ladies and gentlemen, the upcoming finals are as follows. We are in Serbia on the 20th of July, then we go to Spain, 21st of July, and 22nd, it's Croatia. That's all from today's country final. Thank you very much for participating. Stay safe.